Hello, dear students. I welcome all of you to the world of strategic management. Strategic management is a very useful subject, at the same time, very interesting too. And this is a subject which is compulsory for all the management students, whether it is in India or in abroad. Dear students, I'm sure you will find this subject very interesting and very useful too. Without any delay, I welcome all of you to the subject of strategic management. Before we actually get into the subject of strategic management, let us understand something about the word strategy. Well, strategy is a word which is being used very liberally by every one of us. In fact, this is a word we use very often, even without knowing its meaning also. Somebody say, wow, what a lovely strategy are. Vishwanathan Anandan follows. He has become a grand master in chess. Wow, what a lovely strategy are. Sachin followed. He made 100 centuries. Or others may say, wow, what a lovely strategy are. Rajamouli follows. Every one of his movies is a blockbuster. What is strategy actually? Before I present before you some broader definitions for the word strategy, let us know the simple meaning of the word strategy. Here is a very simple or basic meaning of the word strategy. Well, strategy is a broad-based long-term plan of a company or an organization. It's a broad-based long-term plan of a company or an organization. As of now, remember the simple meaning for strategy, because later I will explain you some broader definitions of strategy given by different authors in the subject of strategic management. For a layman, strategy simply means a plan. But dear students, remember, strategy is not another name for plan. Strategy is a broader plan of action. It's not simply a plan, but it is a broader plan of action which an organization follows in order to achieve its long-term goals or objectives. So what is strategy? Strategy is a broad-based long-term plan of a company or an organization which is required to achieve its long-term goals or objectives. And what is strategic management? Well, this is the title of our subject. What is strategic management? Well, let me tell you what is the meaning of strategic management. Strategic management is a process of formulating, implementing, and controlling various strategies of an organization. It is a process of formulating, implementing, and controlling various strategies of an organization. Dear students, entire strategic management subject can be divided into three broader phases. There are three broader phases in the subject of strategic management, namely strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and strategy control. An organization has to formulate strategies after considering various internal and external factors. Mere formulation of strategies is not enough. It has to implement the strategies what it has formulated. So implementation comes into picture next. Simply implementing your strategies does not guarantee the success. You should continuously evaluate your performance while the strategies are being implemented and initiate the necessary corrective action if the performance is not satisfactory or if things change in the external environment. The last phase is known as strategy control. So strategic management is a process of formulating, implementing, and controlling various strategies of an organization. And dear friends, my next question to all of you is, why is strategic management important for an organization? How come today everybody is talking about strategic management? Before 1990s, nobody knew what strategic management was. How come in the recent past, everybody is talking about strategic management? Why should a company adopt strategic management approach in running its business? Can't a company survive just by focusing on day-to-day operations? Should it formulate and implement strategies over a period of time? Is strategic management really required for a company? Well, here are the three major reasons why a company should follow strategic management. The three major reasons why a company should adopt strategic management approach in running its business are as follows. The first and foremost reason why a business entity should follow strategic management is to perform better than competitors. Dear students, if you don't have competition for your product or business, well, you don't need a strategy at all. But today it is not the situation. Today you see competition everywhere. There is a tremendous amount of competition in every industry, in every sector. These days, you hardly see any industry that does not have competition. If you have competition for your product, then you will find the need to think beyond your day-to-day operations. And this is where you need a strategy of your own. Look at the competition between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. There is a duopoly in the world's soft drinks market. That means there are only two leading companies in the global soft drinks industry. One is Coca-Cola, the other one is Pepsi. If you ask me, sir, which company is the market leader? Well, my answer is, I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't say, because in some countries, Coca-Cola is leading the market, whereas in other countries, Pepsi is leading the market. If you want to know better about strategies or strategic management, look at the actions and reactions of Coca-Cola and Pepsi companies. There exists cutthroat competition between these two players in the global soft drinks industry. Coca-Cola tries to outperform Pepsi through its strategies, and Pepsi in turn tries to outperform Coca-Cola through its strategies. If Coca-Cola reduces the selling price of its soft drinks, Pepsi also does the same. If Pepsi launches a new soft drink brand, Coca-Cola will also introduce a similar soft drink brand. If Coca-Cola sponsors a sports event, Pepsi also does the same. If Pepsi ropes in a new brand ambassador, Coca-Cola also does the same. If Coca-Cola takes Katrin as a brand ambassador and Pepsi takes Karin as a brand ambassador, you see, Coca-Cola has launched Sprite, and Pepsi has introduced a similar soft drink brand, 7 Up. Pepsi has introduced Aquafina, a packaged mineral water bottle, and Coca-Cola has introduced Kinley, its own packaged mineral water bottle. Pepsi has introduced Slice, and Coca-Cola has introduced Maaza. Both are mango fruit-based beverages. Coca-Cola has introduced Thumbs Up, and Pepsi has introduced Pepsi, a similar soft drink brand. I'm sure in a blind taste test, most of us may confuse in identifying which is Thumbs Up and which is Pepsi just by tasting the drink. That much similarity exists in the taste, the flavor of Thumbs Up and Pepsi. So if you want to perform better than your competitors, you need to follow strategic management. You need to formulate strategies of your own. So we can say those companies which run their businesses with a strategic perspective can secure a better position over their competitors in their respective industries. And the second important reason why you need to adopt a strategic management approach in running your business is to come out of a problem. You see, dear students, business is not a cakewalk. It is not a cakewalk because there will be so many issues and obstacles that come your way. Those companies that follow strategic management can solve or overcome several business problems with a long-range perspective. I'm not saying companies which follow strategic management will not have problems. No. What I'm saying is a company which follows strategic management approach in running its business can solve or can overcome any type of problem with a long-range perspective. Here is a company which has ended up in a big controversy at one point in time. This is a major player as far as chocolates are concerned. I'm sure every one of you likes the chocolates of this company, and that is Cadbury Dairy Milk, even Cadbury 5-Star. Cadbury has faced an allegation some time ago. It was a big allegation. It was alleged that there were earthworms in the dairy milk chocolates produced by Cadbury company. Yeah, it happened somewhere in our country. A customer went to a retail store and bought a dairy milk chocolate. When he was about to eat the chocolate, he suddenly found earthworms in the chocolate. And the same incident happened at multiple places, just about the same time. And you know, the issue spread very fastly throughout the country. The negative publicity about dairy milk chocolates spread very fastly, and people have stopped consuming dairy milk chocolates. Retailers have returned the stocks to the company without making payments. Even there was news in all media channels as well as newspapers about earthworms issue in the dairy milk chocolates. At the time, the sales and market share of Cadbury fell down drastically. And the company was about to collapse. It was about to get shut down. But Cadbury did not give up. Cadbury did not give up. Cadbury has immediately started finding out where the mistake happened. It appointed a committee to find out the facts. It has appointed, it was able to get certification from independent research laboratories, assuring that Cadbury follows very hygienic conditions or situations in the chocolate production. And Cadbury has roped in celebrity brand ambassadors such as Amitabh Bachchan, giving assurance to the public that Cadbury was following international standards in chocolate manufacturing. And within no time, Cadbury was able to come out of that controversy. It was able to come out of that problem within a short span of time with the help of its crisis management strategy. But did it really happen? Were there earthworms in the dairy milk chocolates really? Well, let's watch this video.
వద్దని బతిమిలాడాడు. మరో చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తానని కూడా చెప్పాడు. అయినా వెనక్కు తగ్గలేదా అతివ. ఇదిగో చూడండి, 1 2 3, అమ్మో ఎన్ని పురుగులున్నాయో. లబలబమంటూ చాక్లెట్ నుంచి బయటకు వస్తున్నాయి. ఇది చూస్తే ఎవరైనా క్యాడ్బరీ చాక్లెట్ తింటారా? పిల్లలు జాగ్రత్త. ఈ కంపెనీ చాక్లెట్లు తినే ముందు 1కి 2 సార్లు సరి చూసుకోండి. చాక్లెట్లలో పురుగులు ఉన్న విషయం ఆ నోటా ఈ నోటా పాకి ఇప్పుడు వైజాగ్ లో హాట్ టాపిక్ అయింది. మంచి కంపెనీ అని జబ్బలు చర్చుకునే కంపెనీనే ఇలా నాసిరకమైన నాణ్యత లేని చాక్లెట్లు అమ్ముతారా అంటూ ఆగ్రహం వ్యక్తం చేస్తున్నారు మహిళా మణులు. ఈ చాక్లెట్ నే కాదు, ఆ షాపులో ఉన్న చాలా క్యాడ్బరీ చాక్లెట్లలోనూ ఇదే విధంగా పురుగులు ఉంటాయనే అనుమానం వస్తుంది చాక్లెట్ ప్రియులకు. ఇప్పటికైనా అధికారులు ఈ విషయంపై దృష్టి పెట్టి నాణ్యత లోపించిన తిను బండారాలను అమ్మిన కంపెనీలపై చర్యలు తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఎంతైనా ఉంది.
Dear friends, don't hesitate. I am not spreading negative publicity about dairy milk chocolates. This happened some time ago, not now. Now Cadbury is taking utmost care in the manufacturing of chocolates as well as in the packing of chocolates. Don't worry, don't have any fear, do not have any doubts while you consume dairy milk chocolates or 5-star chocolates. Eat them, no problem. Because now Cadbury is very cautious, it's very careful. So it was nothing but strategic management that helped Cadbury to come out of this particular crisis. And the third important reason why a company should follow strategic management is to survive in business in the long run. If you want to survive in business in the long run, you have to think beyond your day-to-day operations. Simply bringing raw materials, producing goods, selling them in the market, and making some profit alone will not ensure you the success in business in the long run. You need to adopt strategic management approach in running your business if at all you want to survive in business in the long run. Here are some companies which were in #1 positions in their respective industries at one point in time. But these companies have lost their name and fame over a period of time, and they got disappeared in the market entirely. They got wiped out from the market entirely because these companies did not run their businesses with a long range perspective or with a strategic perspective. Some of these companies were the market leaders in their respective industries at one point in time. But today, you can't see these companies in the market because they are not there in the business now. For example, Amcut. Amcut company was a market leader in the data storage media market in India earlier. With its floppy disk technology, it ruled the data storage media market in India some time ago. But today, this company has a very marginal presence in the market. This is no more a market leader today in the data storage media market in India. Today, Sony company is a leader in the data storage media market. What mistake did Amcut do? Amcut did not follow strategic management. It simply neglected the future. Amcut company simply confined itself to day-to-day operations. It put its entire concentration on production of floppies in bulk quantity, reduction of the cost, and increasing the sales of floppy disks. But this company has failed to visualize the next generation technology in the market. It confined itself only to floppy disks. It did not think about the future. It failed to visualize or predict the next generation technology to floppies. Meanwhile, Sony company has entered the market with the CD-ROM technology and started grabbing the attention of the consumers in the market. When compared to floppies, CDs have more storage capacity and their price is also low. Amcut did not notice this. And today, the technology has changed further. Today, we see DVD technology, Blu-ray discs, pen drives, hard disks, and whatnot. So many new technologies have come up in the data storage media market today. Later, Amcut has realized its mistake, and it also started offering CDs and DVDs in the market. But what's the use? The company is late. By then, its #1 market share or #1 market position was grabbed away by Sony company in the market. Amcut still exists in the market today, but it is a minute player in the market. It is not a major player. It was nothing but lack of strategic management approach that made Amcut to lose its #1 position in the data storage media market. And here is another company which did the same mistake of not following strategic management. And the company is Bajaj. Bajaj Auto Limited was the market leader in the two-wheelers market in India during 1970s and 80s with its single scooter brand that was Chetak. You know, Chetak scooter was the most successful two-wheeler brand of Bajaj company. And Bajaj has ruled the market with its single Chetak scooter brand. But things have changed drastically later with the entry of Hero Honda company in the market with its groundbreaking motorcycle technology that offers high fuel efficiency, less maintenance than Chetak scooter. You know, Chetak was the most successful scooter in the Indian market during 1970s and 80s. Chetak had a long waiting list. It was the most cherished possession of every Indian middle class. It had a long waiting list. The delivery almost took 6 months, even 1 year. That was a demand, that was a craze for Chetak scooter. కొత్తగా పెళ్ళైన వ్యక్తి మామగారి కండిషన్ పెట్టేవాడు. మై డియర్ మామ, నెక్స్ట్ సంక్రాంతి కల్లా నాకు ఇది కొనిచ్చకపోతే మీ అమ్మాయి మీ ఇంట్లో ఉంటుంది జాగ్రత్త అనేసరికి మామగారు పరిగెత్తుకుంటూ వెళ్ళి చేతక్ స్కూటర్ బుక్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. దట్ వాజ్ అ డిమాండ్ ఫర్ చేతక్ స్కూటర్. బట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ లేటర్? With the entry of Hero Honda in the market with its motorcycle technology, the demand for Chetak scooter has started falling down drastically. Because when compared to scooters, motorcycles offer more fuel efficiency. Look-wise also, a motorcycle is far superior to a scooter. But Bajaj Auto did not realize, even while the demand for Chetak scooter was declining drastically, Bajaj Auto did not realize this. It confined itself to Chetak scooter alone. And after that, very lately, Bajaj Auto has realized its mistake, and it also has started offering motorcycles in the market like Pulsar, CT100, Platina, etc. But what's the use? By then, its number one position in the two-wheelers market in India was grabbed away by Hero Honda company. So it was nothing but lack of strategic management approach that made Bajaj Auto Limited to lose its number one position in the two-wheelers market to some other company. And what's this advertisement? In those days, there was only Doordarshan channel. Here is the advertisement of Chetak scooter that was aired on Doordarshan channel.
ये ज़मीं ये आसमां, हाँ ये ज़मीं ये आसमां, हमारा कल हमारा आज, हमारा कल हमारा आज, बुलंद भारत की बुलंद तस्वीर, हमारा बजाज बुलंद भारत की बुलंद तस्वीर, हमारा बजाज हमारा बजाज.
Well, Bajaj company has used emotional theme, emotional appeal in its advertisement, that was Hamara Bajaj. This is an emotional appeal used by Bajaj Auto for Chetak scooter advertisement. And dear students, same thing happened in the case of Hindustan Motors Ambassador car. ఒకప్పుడు ఇండియన్ మార్కెట్ కి తెలిసినవి రెండు కార్లమ్మ, హిందుస్థాన్ మోటార్స్ అంబాసిడర్ కార్ and premier companies Padmini car. Both of these cars commanded very premium and they had very long waiting lists. But today, there is a demand for these cars. Hindustan Motors Ambassador was the most successful car model in the Indian market. It was compared to elephant on the Indian roads. Ambassador was best known for its sturdiness, toughness, tough body, powerful engine, ship engines, Isuzu. Chala spacious car idi, very spacious, very tough body, very powerful engine. An Ambassador was a favorite car of politicians, IAS and IPS officers, even film actors, business tycoons. But who is using Ambassador car today? This is not being used even for taxi services. Well, how many of you want to own Ambassador car after completion of your MBA course? I'm sure very few of you may show interest to own Ambassador in future. Is Ambassador a failure model? Is Ambassador a failure car? No. Even today also, Ambassador is a perfect car. Ambassador is not a failure model. The problem is Ambassador has lost its relevancy in the changed scenario. Again, it is a company that has posed a significant threat to Hindustan Motors Ambassador car, and that is Maruti Suzuki. Maruti Suzuki has entered into the market in the year 1982 and started producing attractive car models such as Maruti 800, Maruti Gen, Maruti Alto, Swift, and many more with attractive color options. Hindustan Motors company confined itself only to Ambassador car, only single car model. That was a mistake done by Hindustan Motors company. You know, in the recent past, Hindustan Motors has permanently stopped the production of Ambassador cars because there is no demand in the market. Hindustan Motors has failed to understand the changing taste and preference of consumers. Today, car is no more a luggage carrier or a goods carrier for people. Today, car means a status symbol for people. Today, people are owning car to show their status, social status. Ambassador is not a failure model, but it has lost its relevancy in the changing scenario. Maruti Suzuki laga Hindustan Motors number of car models ni launch cheyalakapoyindi. మారుతున్న కాలానికి అనుగుణంగా తనను తానది అడాప్ట్ చేసుకోలేకపోయింది. So it was nothing but lack of strategic management approach that was majorly responsible for the declining glory of Hindustan Motors Ambassador car. Hindustan Motors Ambassador car enta tough caro, just watch this advertisement. Advertisement మీరు వాచ్ చేయండి అమ్మా. ఎంత tough body. చూడండి, దీన్ని గోడకి చాలా రఫ్ గా డాష్ ఇస్తున్నారు, సుత్తులతో కొడుతున్నారు, ఏనుగులతో తొక్కిస్తున్నారు, కానీ దాన్ని ఏం చేయలేకపోతున్నారు. అంటే కొంత ఎగ్జాజరేషన్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ లో. అఫ్ కోర్స్ దేర్ ఇస్ సమ్ ఎగ్జాజరేషన్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్, బట్ రియల్లీ ఈవెన్ టుడే ఆల్సో దిస్ ఇస్ అ వెరీ టఫ్ బాడీ, వెరీ successful car model, but nobody is preferring this car now. So it was nothing but lack of strategic management approach that made Hindustan Motors to lose its number one position in the passenger cars market in India. So dear friends, let me just conclude this session. What did we learn in this session, dear students? Let's quickly revise as to what all we have learned in this session. Yeah, dear students, we have understood the simple meaning of the word strategy. Tell me, what is strategy? Strategy is a broad-based long-term plan of a company or an organization. I have asked you to remember just this simple meaning for strategy as of now. And we also have understood what is strategic management. Tell me, what is strategic management? Strategic management is a process of formulating, implementing, and controlling of various strategies of an organization. And also tell me, dear students, what are the three major reasons why a company should follow strategic management? First one, the first reason is to perform better than competitors. Second, to come out of a problem. And third, to survive in business in the long run. These are the three major reasons why a company should adopt strategic management approach in running its business in today's business environment. Tell me once again, what are the three major reasons, Sama? First, to perform better than competitors in the industry. Second, to come out of a problem or to solve various business problems with a long range perspective. And third, to survive in business in the long run. Dear friends, will continue in our next session. See you.